stream at the moment. Neki's here to do it. Doesn't exist. Pretend they're not there. And yeah. In the last episode, you guys defeated some earth cultists
And goblins.
and goblins. And you also encountered a black sun, whereupon you saw Cicada act a little unusual.
Little?
A little
That's
unusual.
more like a lot.
Regardless,
You don't see me
Wow.
right now, but my eyes are shifting back and forth.
do. Now you'll have to bear with me because I haven't been able to draw for about a week now. So
Yeah,
I
me
wasn't
neither.
able to prepare anything. I've got some stuff prepared, but if things don't look as clean as they normally do, that's why.
Back to basics. When we first started out together. Woo!
So, you all wake up to another bright, glorious day with the sun telling you it's time to wake up, and damn you if you didn't wake up before this point because it's, the sun.
If you're not a morning person, I guess that's the term, right?
Yes. You all wake up, have your meals. Jezebel having a lovely eggs, bacon, a little bit of tomato sauce too.
Get tomatoes.
As always, thank you, my master chef.
Of course, my lady.
I'm gonna hug him and place a kiss on his cheek, and then start eating.
He does not respond at all, but once released, he does step back, bow, and then walk away.
It's like easiest to this.
Oh, most definitely.
You all travel roughly about 6 days. If you guys want to subtract the rations.
Yeah, I already did.
And remember to keep track of the days, Cicada.
So yeah, it's been roughly 6 days from Appalachia to Rockery, and another 6 days from the Rockery to Charky. So that's 12 days total.
About 3 days because you had the eclipse partway through the journey.
So that's another 3 days?
No, it's 3 plus 6. Not 6 plus 6 because you were partway through the journey when you had the black sun.
Okay.
Regardless, you all, as you get closer to Sharty, find the roads become wider and wider. Thank you, Carl. Wider and wider, and you start to see merchants coming to and fro from the city. With it centered near a large lake that is the only water source for quite a bit of distance, the area is fairly dry, but it starts to get more lush and vibrant the closer you get to the city. Until finally, coming to a point where all the roads converge, you arrive in the city of Shartik, home to the Adventurers Guild. There's a lot of farmland in outer reaches, mostly near the water. There's a large dock and some decent little walls and barricades around the main part of the city. There's even, as you squint, what looks to be like a castle in the very off distance, looming just slightly above the city. Not a big giant castle, just a small little outpost.
A bastion.
Flora, you know the city fairly well.
Home sweet home!
Having been born here. In fact, as you pass by the stables, you see a couple of the more regular stable hands give you a happy wave.
Hello.
I don't remember you mentioning that you're from here.
Well, we're going to the Adventures Guild, right? That means we're going to be talking to my daddy.
Wait,
Your
what?
daddy.
Oh no.
This is interesting information.
She continues to skip towards the Adventurers Guild.
And you never told us this because
I told you my daddy would be interested in some of this information, didn't I?
I don't remember.
I don't recall.
oh,
To be fair, she did say that. And she also didn't really say where her dad was from, and no one really asked.
All
She,
right, I'll fix that.
she continues to the Adventurers Guild.
okay. Clara is actually. Cicada's going to follow Clara.
Ditto.
All right. So, as you all head into the city, you find the streets bustling with people going about their day. Talk about the latest news scandal of how Castle Grimlock has had some mysterious mysterious murders, and about how that Charlie, I know he's only just a fisher, but man, does he make me swoon.
So
You could be
she
really
she
a
like
problem.
she stops skipping when she hears about the murders. She's like, "What?"
You've got a serious problem. You need to go. Oh, with what? The the cults or the other cults or they're not cults. They're the churches. You go there to. I still say they're cults. And this is about the quality of the conversation you are.
Yes, and you say you were born here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see it.
This guy looks very interested in this person who apparently makes people swoon.
Has Clara seen this person before?
Yes, you know of him. It's I think I said Clyde. Clydeson, fisherman with a chiseled chin and a bushing, dashing, flowing mane of golden hair, and a tattoo of an anvil of a not an anvil anchor on his shoulder, crooked pecs, and whatever else women find attractive.
He's a stud, basically.
Clara says, "Oh,
We're
you should
trying to
meet him. He's just
describe-
amazing."
What did you say, Ninja?
You're trying to describe him as sound handsome. It just sounds kind of silly. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
He sounds like he said. So he's basically Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, is what you're
Yes.
saying?
Oh my-
yes.
oh my God.
He's Gaston. Clyde Gastonson. There you go.
The fisherman.
If you want me to do a spit take, I just drink my water.
In fact, I'll write his name on the map so exactly. There you go. That's where Clyde Gastonson is. Quietly posing in front of his large fishing ship that is more audacious than a castle.
That ship is like an actual castle that goes on the water. It's amazing.
Oh.
Under the water.
On the water.
On the water.
Eventually, you make it into the center, and as you move into the large open area, you can see little shops selling various wares, a couple of people with the cartographer symbol selling maps. And as you turn and look back the way you came, you see a large building with about 3 stories tall. It's looks to be like it was once a mansion with how big it is. You can see people on balconies discussing things, rugged groups of adventurers that give you the look and appear to be sizing you up as you size them up. People with a big with these badges on their chests, some of them gold, some of them silver. And as you
City.
step into the actual building, you see a large open space with a board over to one side, listing various jobs available. And at the front desk, you see a bright pink haired elf quietly doing her nails behind the desk.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Your
Uh,
father's out on a mission and your mother's down in the kitchen.
Okay, thank you.
They're
Excuse me,
running.
where do I where should I where should I go to report what or to criminals?
Are you reporting them for a job or are you just reporting them for documentation?
And simply put, I broke up a cult. We broke up a cult, and there were too many of them for us to detain. But I am capable of showing you their faces.
I see. Just a moment. And you see her turn and walk a bit away to this, about 10 or so in a row filing cabinets. And she goes to one marked C and opens it up to reveal stacks upon stacks of slips of paper, all alphabetically ordered, before she goes through it. And then she looks over and then says, "Was this at the rockery? Did you say?"
And that would be it. And I used minor illusion to show her all the faces of the surviving cultists.
Right. We'll need to get drawings of those. She pulls out a slip of paper and then places it down on the table and turns it so you can see the information. Alright, so the reward for dealing with those cultists is 10 gold. And
To be divided among each of us, I assume.
yes,
So
I trust that will satisfy your requirements.
Absolutely. I was just looking to report some criminals, so you could, whenever you wanted to go out and arrest them.
She then pulls over a stack of clean paper and an inkwell and then says, "Please draw the cultists so we may put wanted posters of any that escaped. We only need the ones that escaped. If they're dead, we don't need to worry about them." And
Cicada, right. Drawing hand's not the best. I just. Is there any way to put my? I just cast minor illusion again. Is there any way to transfer this to the paper?
She nods and begins tracing.
while Cicada is doing that, the pink-haired elf casually moves over to another unit and rifles through it before pulling out another piece of paper. So, is this the goblin camp that was at Crossroads southwest of the Appletown?
Yes, yes, they've been dealt with as well.
So they may be looking for jobs.
Right. Well, if they're looking for jobs, everywhere. And she places down another slip of paper, basically listing out what you know of them and what you were told of them, and that the reward for their removal was 5 gold.
That's another one each.
Now, because you traveled there and factoring in the cost of their travel. That should be paid for with the gold provided. And if you wish to take on any other job, we have the jobs listed over on the board. If you wish to apply for one, simply bring it over to the front desk and I shall write your names down as one of the groups trying to do the quest. And if you are the first one to complete it, you will get the reward. And if we do not hear back from you, we'll assume you have died.
See.
You're not responsible for any damages, equipment, or death that may result, and you are responsible for your own revival. Happen to lose one or two members of your party or the entire party.
Clara replies, I heard there was stuff about the castle and murder?
That is on the board, yes, and you are fine to take that mission if you wish. You do not have to take a mission if you want to. There is nothing wrong with not taking a mission, regardless of how many people will say there is. And I believe this concludes our business for now. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to let me know. And I believe that will do it. And then she picks up the file and goes back to filing her nails.
There was one other thing.
Yes.
And picks up her journal and she turns to the page where the teleportation circle is. We found this in the mines. It had something to do with the undead popping up in Appalachia.
She looks to it and then says, Alright, could you please make a copy of it for and let me think. Who would be best at hate magic?
At what?
She hates
Nothing.
magic. But yeah, she also traces down the teleportation circle.
If I had to guess, the best place to. Can you guys hear me fine? Like, am I
Yeah.
coming in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
we
this
can
better?
hear you.
Okay, I'm just checking because it looked like my mic was cutting me off. That's all.
I
Okay.
think it was.
Well, it should be better now. I've moved my mic closer.
Okay.
Well, we don't know what those symbols are. We will mark them down and make note of them in our records. If you wish to do your own investigation matter, the best place to ask about it would probably be the Great Emporium. It's the only magic shop in the area, and it's probably your best choice.
Okay. Thank you very much.
She goes back to filing her nails.
And Kate is gonna just wander off to the Great Emporium.
Kate's want to meet my mom?
No, really.
I'm curious. Sure, why not?
Okay.
She takes those who are interested to go see her mom.
Alright, so I'll go to the Great Emporium in a bit. And as for you guys who are going to see the mother, you enter the kitchen and you find a human there currently wrestling with what looks to be like some sort of living soup, as it's currently fighting against her with a ladle. Stay back, you foul beast! You will be dinner!
Oh, that's actually kind of cute.
Huh?
She's fighting. She's playing with her food.
I'm not playing. I am doing battle with this glorious, delicious beast. How can I help you? Oh! Candy Cane, you're home.
Hi,
How are
Mom.
you?
You want to finish the soup before it gets away?
Oh, you're right. She slams down the saucepan, and the tentacles of soup just fall to the ground.
Now I know where Cora gets it from.
She runs up to her mom and hugs her.
She hugs you and then says, "Oh, I'm just gonna have to make the biggest cake for you today.
Cake.
Cake.
Now don't eat it all at once. Remember, it lasts a week."
Okay.
Greetings to
Mother.
all of you. Thank you
These
for
are
taking.
all my party members.
Hello there.
One of them
Hello.
is not present, but I am fine with that because he seems to think it's fun to put white noise in my ear while I'm doing songs.
Have you talked to him about it?
She pulls out her guitar. Yes, and then pretends to swing it.
That's not talking, dear. That's called percussive maintenance.
The simpler word for that is assault.
You're not there.
Yeah,
I
you're
call-
not there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I call it a drum solo.
Regardless. That's not
Uh,
talking, dear. Talking uses words.
I was using words.
You could probably
Like,
use more,
stop
though.
doing that.
You really shouldn't hit people if you want them to listen to you, dear.
Fine.
That's more likely going to make them angrier. I know your father likes to solve things with violence, but your father is a giant minotaur.
Minotaur.
I like it a little exotic. Sue me.
Wrong with that, Jezebel says with a
I
smile.
guess I will have a chat with him.
And if that still doesn't work, come back to me and I will see what I can do about it. All right?
Okay. Thank you, Mom.
Now, please do remember, you don't hit friends.
Okay. Unless they're
Yeah.
possessed.
Unless they're possessed or a zombie or trying to murder you.
Okay.
You understand perfectly, ma'am. And then Jezebel will smile and give a bow. She goes, "My name is Jezebel."
A pleasure to meet you, my dear. I thank you all for taking care of my little one.
You're welcome.
Now,
My name is
before you-
Cicada.
A pleasure to meet you, Cicada. Now, before you ask, no, it was adoption. Sometimes the Adventurers Guild gets children who are abandoned by their parents because their parents are assholes, and we take them in and raise them to, well, defend themselves.
Oh.
And we only ask for a 20% cut of any of the money they earn.
Oh.
Sounds fair.
Uh,
At least until they pay off their, time and training.
Very
Okay,
interesting.
does that mean I have to hand over some gold?
Yes.
She's like, oh, right. She pulls out her money bag and she reluctantly hands over, let's see, 20% is just about mathing.
No math. Oh, by the way, Jezebel says as Clara's figuring it out, she'll go over and she'll pinch her huge cheek. She goes, "This is Foxy."
The woman stares at you for a moment and goes, "Are you Lanethwa?"
yeah. What gave me away?
The white hair and tail.
I mean, it's kind of obvious there.
I can't be. My family can't be the only. It can't be the only kitsune out there, or with white hair.
No, I think you'll find you are.
At least in this
Probably.
region.
There's not many kitsune left, let alone ones with white hair.
Fair point.
She
Oh,
takes
don't
the
sound-
money. She takes the money from Clara, and I'm going to make a document so you can keep track of how much you've paid off.
Okay.
Laura debt paid, and then 6 GP.
Just go
And
over and hug Ryu, and she goes, "Oh, don't sound so upset. You look very pretty with your white hair."
there you go. I'll put that in handouts.
Okay. I'm going to put pending money in there too, so I can keep it separate from my actual money.
Yeah. Well, you all can rest assured that dinner and a free stay is on me for taking care of my lovely little Clara.
Oh, thank you very much.
We will have a warm meal and some lovely, lively little soup right for you tonight.
Oh, by the way, Mom, have any more lookers arrived other than Clyde and such?
Applied?
Arrived. She's asking if any hot boys have been in here recently.
Oh,
AKA Clyde.
Other than Clyde.
I'm afraid.
Clyde is known.
Well, there was this one man that, well, they had short hair and they were wearing this very large jacket that was a deep blue, and they were always had their head in a book.
Wait. And she brings out a journal and picks out a sketch of Korax and points at it. Does she look like this?
Yes, but are you sure that's a girl? I thought it was a guy.
Jessica grins and she goes, "I think our dear Korax would like to hear what you have to say about this person."
Well, I didn't really talk to them. I brought them their meal and they took the meal and then closed the door, and that was all I saw of them.
Still, you did see them here, though.
Apparently
Korax's
he's missing his sister.
sister.
Now I think of it, yeah, I might have. There was a party going on at the time, I believe, and there was this big giant lion of a man that was there, and I think they had a chat. I didn't really get to hear any of it, but well, when you glance from the kitchen and see that, you know.
This one looks very thoughtful as she slightly rubs her chest. She goes,
So it's
Well,
like, did this lion look amazing?
He was just your type, my lovely daughter. Honestly, I think he might have been everyone's type. He was very much like Clyde Gusterson. If only he was a Minotaur.
when you say
Excuse me,
lion
I
of a
have
man,
to find Korax.
It's already at the Emporium.
Yep, I'll get to you in a second. Is there anything else you require, my dear? I've got to get back to preparing the soup for tonight's dinner.
Not at the moment, Mom. I'm gonna go take a
Alright.
look at the quests. I think that castle murder stuff is kind of. I think I might want to take a look at it.
All right, just remember you're obligated to take on none of the quests because if you don't get to it, someone else will. So don't worry about it.
Okay, Mom.
Then you watch as the pot lid slams into the ceiling and she picks up the lid and goes, "Aha! Back for seconds, are you?"
You're
Or
not
just
fly.
applauds as she heads out of the room.
Slightly giggles and
And-
she goes, I guess so. Maybe I'll find it myself. And then she'll casually walk out.
And so you guys all walk out, and I will get to what's on the adventure board in a moment. I'm going to deal with those who went to the Emporium.
Cicada is running to the Emporium to find Korax.
All right, so Korax, when you arrive at the Emporium, you're quite puzzled to find that there is a giant building that you think is it at first, but then you turn a bit and you see a sign that. Sorry. You think the giant building is it at first, but then you realize that the building is just a large billboard saying the Great Emporium. And that the actual entrance appears to be just a door standing directly underneath it with nothing behind it.
Korax thinks he sees where this is going. He opens the door.
Inside, you find a decent sized room with odds and ends and various magical objects placed on the shelves. You see a few people, mostly elves, but there's a halfling, a dwarf, just quietly perusing the stuff. It's about a medium-sized store, if you know what I mean by that.
Yeah, I get. This is what I thought it was going to be.
It's not cramped, but it's not really big either. As you enter, you hear a quiet jingle play as a speaker echoes your entrance. For when monsters you face are fresh out of mercy, Mercy's Emporium is here for you.
Oh.
Oh, she's back.
He,
He's back.
The door at the back slides open, and you see a familiar, well, not familiar to you, but a familiar to the audience.
Yep.
Folks burst out and say, "Welcome to Mercy's Great Emporium," or as the locals like to call us, the Great Emporium. Let me know if you require anything and have a peruse. Let me know if you require anything, and yeah, welcome to the store.
Thank you very much. I will have a browse. What's he got?
That's his stock. Hey,
Same as it always was, huh?
I haven't updated it with anything. I haven't updated much of it because, well, most items are a little expensive and they're not really going to sell that often.
Very expensive.
Be sure
Yeah.
to check out our loyalty program. We now offer keys to the store. It's a shop to your door, a key that opens the entrance to this lovely store so you may shop our wares forevermore. So what can I help you with?
Still browse.
Cicada did give him the sketch of the circle.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen a teleportation.
Well, Cicada hasn't gotten there yet, unless you announce it.
Yeah, while Korax is browsing, you hear the jingle play off again. Do 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 do
Okay.
do.
Okay.
And you
Correct. Correct. It's about your sister.
Korax is like right in front of you in a flash. What do you know? Tell me.
Clara's mom. She saw her with a lion.
So you see a dust cloud where Korax used to be?
Oh wow, he moves fast.
And she begins to copy or mimic what the mother said.
Ryu just sees Korax zip by, and he goes, huh, so that's what that looked like.
All right. Hold on. So, you enter the kitchen to find a battle zone as the chocolate cake has grown legs and is currently hissing and roaring.
now
I
it's
pull
a-
out my gun and shoot it.
Oh,
Um,
no. Now it's going to be flat.
It's a bug snack.
Yes,
No.
but it's also now not going to kill you. Ms. Pedal Jacket, I assume.
It's not going to kill me. It only does sweet damage.
The
But
only
yes.
thing dangerous about that cake is the amount of calories it has.
Yes, exactly. But yes, I am the mother of one Clara. How can I help you?
Yes, I understand you. I understand. I understand you came across another elf who looked like me.
Oh yes, he was very quiet and reserved.
He is a she, in fact, but otherwise, yes, that sounds like her.
Oh, that's disappointing. Yes, well, and she basically repeats what I told everyone earlier.
Like, okay, that tracks. That tracks. Large lion man, you say?
Oh yeah, it was one of those I think they're called Leonin.
Very far away.
But yes, if that's all, I've gotta try and see if I can save this cake.
I don't suppose you know where they went.
No, I don't really lead the Adventurers Guild. That's a job for my husband.
I see. Well, good day, ma'am. Thank you for your information.
Good day. Now, back in the store, Mercy is quietly doing orders as he looks to you all, to those of you who enter, and as you enter, Ryu, once again the jingle plays. Do 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 do.
Oh, I can
Probably
already,
doesn't recognize it. Anyways.
I can already tell this place is going to be lively.
Kata is over at Mercy and trying to show off the teleportation circle and wanting to gather more information about it.
Yes. Well, basically, to make a circle like that, you would have to scribe the runes once a day for about a year. But once that was done, the runes would basically be able to function for as many teleports as you wanted.
Oh. This was used to transport undead from one place to another.
Well, if I had to guess, you're most likely dealing with a lich.
Eh, do I know what a lich is?
Funny fact about liches, they're very strong and dangerous. I would not advise going against them if possible. But if I had to guess, a high level lich was using that to try and sabotage the town and take out whatever was in the town that they deemed worth taking out.
Hmm.
Well, they certainly picked the wrong play. Ace, Appalachia has the Temple of Gold Scale, protecting it.
Maybe that's why they picked it. Slowly weaken them for a bigger attack. Who knows?
But we got rid of it. The circle.
That's good. That's good. That means that they cannot use that circle anymore.
But they can still set up another exit circle somewhere else.
Yes, but that will take a year at shortest.
Hmm.
Well, you know liches, they've got all the time in the world.
All right. Corax and Chlora.
Clara's just waiting outside the door, leaning up against the door. She's like, "Hey, you. We need to chat." She sounds deflated, like someone just slapped her down on the ground.
If you try and hit me with that a guitar again, I'm throwing it in the leg.
I was told that violence is not the answer.
Is that so?
Anywho, is there a reason you like to fill my ears with white noise?
It's not that I like to, it's just that I don't like to hear your terrible music.
You see her like twitching as she's trying to keep her composure. Right. You do know that's not the only type of music I play, right?
And well, it's the only type of music you seem to care to play.
True.
Try to be different. Embrace change.
I could try other forms of music at some points in time, but at the very least, could you allow me to play that music on occasion?
And if you do not, well, let me put it to you this way, Clora. If you do not assault my ears, I will not assault yours.
I see. Very well. She goes back to the quest board to continue reading.
All right. You look over the quest. You find all the quests are arranged into rankings, indicating their difficulty.
Ooh.
And these are all available as quests. Oops, I
Oh.
forgot to give the reward for one. Let me fix that. I'll fix that one.
The Plate of Evil's been. I get it. That's very dangerous stuff.
So I'm guessing. Is that Blade of Evil's Bane literally just the +1 short sword that we found in like the first campaign?
I think the answer is, wouldn't you like to know?
I can't tell you that.
You don't know that.
I don't, but it sounds like the kind of thing Lala would do.
So for the easiest missions that pay for a lot of gold, you can either escort a caravan, do an escort mission, or take a night
Hall
watch.
Express.
Again, all these are completely optional. You guys decide where you go from it.
Okay.
It like Korax just does not care. Korax passes over. Actually, no. First things first. Korax is the first thing Korax is going to do is ask around about where to find like an elf like him and a Leon and where when were they here last? Which way did they go? Korax is going to ask around about that.
All right.
That'd be like an investigation check?
Yeah, roll an investigation.
Not great at that. Let's see how this goes. 15?
All right. That'll do it. You got very lucky. So, you ask around and ask around, and you spend most of your day asking. You ask adventurers coming and going, and eventually you manage to find someone that did see where they were heading. From what they tell you, and this is their exact wording, as you ask them, yeah, I think I did see that glass and giant lion fella. It was pretty memorable, but yeah, They got chatting, and the next morning they were all wandering out of the town through the east gate.
Okay, so they were shouting.
They were chatting.
Chatting.
Oh, headed east. All right. Okay. Where's the map?
Oh, let me get the map up here.
Yeah.
You are not in DM mode, so you cannot see it.
I can see it.
Or you shouldn't be in DM mode.
I'm not in DM mode, but I can still see it.
Oh, because I transferred the map over.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Which jobs would lead east?
If I could say real quick, I just want to. While everybody's doing that, I'm trying to see if I can find Thieves Guild or something like that somewhere around here. Send a message.
Oh boy.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I want to see if I can find symbols or some place that leads to a Thieves Guild. If there's one hidden here or if there's one open. I'm trying to find a place.
Oh, yeah, you're able to find it with about 10 minutes.
Good. I need to talk to somebody and send a message.
Like it's still well hidden, but you know where, how how thieves hide thieves.
I head in and I'm grinning happily and I'm go, "Oh, that wasn't as difficult as I thought it was. Hopefully this place is not more hard to find for others."
So you enter the guild, pay. They humbly request you pay a small fee that will be returned to you upon your exit, just as insurance.
Of course, business as usual.
It's 10 gold.
All right, I hand it over.
All right, they make a sketch of your face and they put it to one side and then let you in. Find a simple little bar and
Yeah, like
guys, you're asking me a lot of things. Wait a second. Simple little bar, a little desk where you can ask for information. You know, quiet whispering. It's a typical rogues hangout.
Yep. I'm trying to see if I can find somebody that has the same symbol as the one that's hidden underneath my cloak.
Roll an investigation.
Very good at it. Nope. Okay.
Sadly, you do not.
I slightly frown at this, annoyed, but then I just give a sigh. Then I reach into my my bag, take out a letter I wrote, and then I go over to where the desk or counter, and I wave it to them with a smile, and I go, "Can you make sure that gets sent out as quietly as possible, please?"
Of course. I'm sure you're able to pay the 1 gold to securely and covertly send the letter off.
After all, and then she'll point to the symbol. There's a specific symbol on it. That
Sorry,
seems.
could you repeat that? You cut out.
Sorry, my internet's acting up again. She'll just say, "Of course," and then she'll hand over the gold and give the letter. The letter has a certain seal on it that looks. It's not very well known, but it has what looks like wings on it.
They look it over and then they give a nod and then say, "You have the address, yes?"
She'll nod and then she'll write it on a piece of paper.
Very well. We shall send that off. And I'll need you to write to me in DMs what you're sending.
You got it.
Now,
And she'll grin and then wave and then start to head out.
Maggie's oven?
yeah, like where, like I know, yeah, like like, I know the thing was originally stolen from the Elf City, but where would it be sending us? The actual quest.
From the fact that it's listed from this Adventurers Guild, you can pretty reasonably assume that it's somewhere in the general area.
Okay, but does it give an actual location?
It has not, because they're trying to keep it secret in case someone tries to go after it. Someone warns them ahead of time, basically. I will tell. If you ask about it, they will quickly point to it, and
I will ask about it. Like, I grab it, and I grab that. Like, I write down. Basically, I write down 3 quests: the Worm of Mjolnir, the Underdark Rescue, and Maggie's Offen.
Okay. Well, Mjolnir is marked on the map for you.
Yeah, like I saw that.
Maggie's Offen is in a small little location in the mountains here. Let me just mark that down for you. And what was the last one? Underdark Rescue.
Yeah, the Underdark Rescue.
That
the
is.
The Underdark Rescue, oddly enough, indicates Blackrock. What are you doing, you stupid cat? Here we go.
Like, yeah, like, okay, like, Korax's eyes just harden when he sees that one. I wonder if everyone. I wonder if it. And well, wonder if anyone. What? So. Wonder if anyone wants to save some elves from some nasty drow.
We're only level 3.
I'd like to see if there's anything we can do about the murders, but it's a higher rank. We're probably not that good yet.
All right. So, you and Kata, what do you got?
Oh, guess regroup with the others at this point.
Alrighty. Jezebel, I assume you follow suit.
Yep, I just casually return back to the group.
You find them all quietly looking over the adventurers board with gold in their eyes.
Jezebel grins as she'll go over and then she'll like wrap her arms around Cicada, hugging her while leaning against her casually, and she goes, "So, have we thought of a mission yet?"
Yeah, I point to the Underdark Rescue one.
Oh. She looks unsure about that one.
Which one?
It's one of the hardest ones.
Rank A.
You want to do a rank?
The missions are ranked in order of their difficulty.
Quite both correct. Who wants to take on an A rank mission when we just set out?
A bunch of my people have been kidnapped by drow. Yes, I want to take on the A rank mission.
Even if it means probably dying. I'd not die, dear. I have things to do. Her eyes kind of narrow on the cliffside dragon one, and she'll go,
I take it
And
on the cliffside at the moment.
And I believe Clara is looking at the Murder on the Owl Express one, which is a C rank mission.
Mm-hmm. Though she's not sure if we're up that high yet in capability.
It is a murder mystery. So
And we
Is being actually pretty bold and saying that we should go on an A rank. So I mean, not exactly crazy thinking.
and like I'm just gonna say this right now. Casimir's pride is gonna prevent him. Is gonna mean he refuses to is to take anything below C rank. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Okay. So D and E ranks out of the question. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
not doing caravan and guard duty. That is beneath me. I am a paladin of the goddamn platinum dragon.
oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Paladin, that these low rank missions are not to your caliber.
And no, and I have okay. I'm not doing base guard duty when when a bunch of my people are in danger. And he points again at the Underdark one.
Like I said, you're quite do something that's probably higher than what we're capable of doing. These are small little group.
You cut out quite a bit there,
Yeah, I
Ninja.
can't really hear
Yeah.
you.
Second.
Is that better? Oh,
She
Oh,
is
then you reconnect.
connected, so
um,
now there she
I changed the server, so it should be better for you now, Ninja.
And also kind of refreshed, so hopefully maybe that does a little something. Hopefully that does better.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
coming in clear now.
Okay.
I changed the server over to help Alex out, but yeah.
Might also be my headphones. I might need to get some new ones too. That could be also why. But
Anyway,
okay.
what were you saying?
Ugh. Hang on, I kind of forgot.
Well, moving on anyway. So which one are we going for?
I'm thinking a C rank mission at the very most.
I didn't hear a word of that.
Oh.
Well, in that case, Ace Corax is gonna exercise fall on the worm of Mjolnir.
We need to slay a worm.
Can we take care of this murder thing first?
I want to do a murder mystery. Ah.
Out of character.
Yeah, that was out of character.
Yeah, if you don't make these rolls, then we're gonna be dumb as fuck.
Yeah, your mic's really bad, Ninja.
Yeah, your mic isn't recording very well.
Oh man.
You might just have to type for a bit.
Or there's this one priest who wants to expose an aristocrat who's serving the Earth God. That sounds familiar.
That does sound familiar.
Any one of these C rank missions would be a good start.
Should we start with the murder one and then do the other two since they are out of town?
I'm fine with whatever.
Alright, well, take a vote. What mission do you want to do first?
Okay.
And Corax is going to point at the worm of Mjolnir because that has the potential to kill the most people if we don't take care of it. The quest giving implies it's a giant rampaging monster.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Maybe we could take care of the All Express when we come back.
Alright, just give me a second. Sorry, I have food in my mouth. So, you take the mission to the pink-haired elf at the front desk, and she looks you all over, and then gives a sign and says, "Alright, so there's this giant worm creature that's been terrorizing people south of the city, southeast-ish. We'll mark it for you on a map, and you'll know it when you see it, but be careful because it does have smaller worms. That's it's some sort of nest, I think.
No. Babies.
So your goal is to get in there and kill the worm, and then come back, and the reward will be yours. Now, can I get your names so I might write you down as doing this mission?
We give our names.
Kata.
Or
All right. Alright, you give your names, they write you down, and they give you a slip of paper with the information and the map as well, and she gives you a wave and says, "Good luck."
Okay. How do we prepare for worm? That is the question. Hello?
You didn't stop to think about that before taking the job.
Kata shrugs. She's just kind of going with the flow here. In any case, would I know anything about the worm in question? Or worms in general?
You haven't really been given a lot to go over, other than it being big, but you can certainly try a nature check.
Okay. I'm not very good at nature checks.
Really good this time.
It's like, I understand worm is very much draconic, but other than that, I'm not entirely sure.
A 16. All right. Let me try and find the actual beast. Give me a second for now.
Okay.
Marco.
Hello.
Yep. All right. So, the worm, I'm going to PM you it. But from what you can tell, it's most likely this. You can't say for certain without more details, but it's most likely this.
Oh no.
I I assume we only saw. I give only that only Becca saw that.
Yeah, only I saw it. I was like, oh no. we may be in for a rough ride.
You're free to tell them what you want to tell them, but that is what you think it probably is.
It might be something entirely different, but it's because of the spelling of it. I immediately think dragon rather than worm. So
Spit it out. In spit it out, Cicada. What are we dealing with?
That was actually because I was using the wrong word. Yeah. I will edit that, but yeah, I used the wrong worm.
Wrong worm. It's probably some kind of insect-like creature.
Okay.
And it's
What-
very big. And very mean.
Sounds like Ryu. She Jezebel grins.
Are you calling me a worm?
I mean, you have a bit of a temper like one, so
If it's purple, we run.
you hear that, Korax? Jezebel says with a taunting grin. We run.
And if it's okay, if it is what she thinks it is, this isn't an adventurous job. At that point, you bring in the military.
You're a paladin. You might as well be the military.
Good. Good. Well then, if it is a proper one, I'll see if I can't muster 50 more of them.
Well, if it's only a rank C, it shouldn't be that dangerous, hopefully.
That is the hope.
I mean, it could be something entirely different. You don't know.
I don't know. Haven't seen it. Don't have enough information about it.
Let's do a little recon then. Let's go to where apparently this worm is at. See what it is. We don't think we can handle it. We leave. Easy enough.
Okay.
So what are you guys doing?
You guys notice the Clara is not with you.
Well, in the meantime, Cicada is going to get a map from the cartographer shop of
Easy
just the
enough.
general area.
They give you one, and they even give you a discount. It only costs you 5 silver.
Thank you very much. Now I have a map of the surrounding area. Of just town and its surrounding, but not much else, I suppose.
What would you guys like to do?
I guess stay at the Adventurers Guild for a day before heading out.
All right. Is that all you want to do while you're in town? Nothing else?
I did what I wanted to do, so I'm good.
Rations?
I have plenty of rations. I think I'll be good.
You're still getting a
No
wagon?
horses?
We do not nearly have enough money for horses yet.
And unless we pitch in, if anybody wants to pitch in.
I don't think we would. I don't think we'd have enough, even if we all pitched in.
Guess that's a no.
Which is why we're doing these adventurous tasks in the first place. To make money.
All right.
Well, I suppose money, and I suppose getting rid of a threat to the people, well, is always nice.
So, it is. You gotta go around the lake. So it's a 7-day journey to Miona.
Yeah, I have enough rations for the trip back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and restock on rations.
All right. Same quality. You know the price.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you guys would like to do before you leave town?
I'm just gonna keep an ear open for anybody talking about any interesting hunts.
Okay.
But that's really
So-
about it.
So you guys have a lovely stay in some rather decent accommodation, and the meal is actually quite delicious, if a bit twitchy, but it's delicious regardless. And you all head out and begin to make your way out from the city. And as you're making your way out, you glance towards the stables, and you see that the horses there are very oddly colored. Do you look further and investigate?
I do.
Is this a different? Are they different colors than they were when I was here last?
No. You just
So I'm used to this then.
yes.
Candy floss.
Okay.
So you can see 6 horses in the paddock. An aquamarine horse that is quite active and actually comes over to get some pets. A light pink horse that is just watching you guys and is ready to bolt at any moment, but is not bolting just yet. A spray mare that is just quietly making their way around the paddock. And so on and so forth.
Yeah, Korax is gonna suggest 4 and 5.
It's
You
broken
also-
from the stables 50 times.
I want the friendly one.
Yeah, these are
You
these are
also
gonna be cart horses, right?
Pardon?
Yeah, these are gonna be cart horses, right?
Yeah, it's just I wanted to give them some uniqueness.
Oh
And
yeah.
personality.
But the point is, Korax is gonna point at those two because we don't want cart horses to be too rapid. Because we don't want them bolting off with the cart.
We're doing a
As
card.
you guys are looking at the horses, you also see a couple of wagons for sale. One wagon is nearly falling apart and a lot of the wood is cracked, and there's an unsettling sag. Another is robust and even has a fresh coat of paint, and then you got one that looks to be rather high class compared to the other two.
So we're taking one of the ones of saleable quality, right?
Can we afford it? I guess that's the question.
No, and 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 if they and like he looks at the one that's falling apart, if they actually expect anyone to pay for for this thing that I'm not sure I trust any of their wares.
Oh, we'll.
As a
Yes, but
reminder,
again,
haggling is always an option.
yes, but again, can we afford it? That doesn't quite answer my question, dear Corax.
I will say this: you can pull a wagon with one horse, it just won't be faster.
We'll definitely consider it for later, but for right now, we need money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I only have 28 gold.
Kind of the same with me, but I really want one of those horses. Can we come back and?
Horses are expensive.
I know, so can we come back and get one, please?
When we can afford it, ideally.
Of course,
Yay!
well, don't worry. They'll be back when you. They'll still be here when we come back, except for that Star Squadron. That one might try to break out again.
That's fine. This one has her eyes on the aquamarine one, which is my birthstone. So no wagon then?
It's up to you guys. If you want to pour money into at least the 35 gold piece one. The red one.
This is the one that said he'd rather have high quality. Then again, we are getting what we're paid for, and even though wagon could be falling apart, it could also help us a little bit.
It's just to ignore carrying capacity. It's up to you guys.
You can always get a cart. I believe a cart was, 15 GP.
Oh yeah, we can
And-
afford that. We can at least afford a simple cart.
You
Yeah,
won't
but
be able to stand
Horses
in it.
flex.
But that's the thing. Is it going to cut the wait time or just cut the capacity that we can hold?
It just cuts capacity.
And what we want is to cut travel time, right? So do we really need one?
Probably not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can't afford horses, so
Well, that was my confusion. Was like we wanted a wagon to cut travel time. At least that's what we were talking before, right?
yeah, and we need horses, but horses are expensive, which is why we're doing missions to get money to buy
Okay.
horses.
Again, haggling is always an option.
That's what I was gonna say. Let me see what I can do.
Okay.
Alright,
Hey, if
you
she can,
approach. Go on.
hey, if she can annoy them enough, maybe we will be able to afford it.
You
Rude.
guys should.
I can be quite charming.
You guys should count up how much money you actually have.
I have 28
How
gold.
much you're willing to, anyway.
I have 26.
Same.
I have,
I have 60.
yeah, I have 16.
I'm using that for something else.
So that
26.
is how much in total?
I need the other numbers again so I can type them in. $28. What did you have, Corax?
60.
Wait, you have 60 gold?
Yeah. I started with extra because noble background.
Yeah. Technically, I have an extra 30, but I'm actually having like I guess you could say a savings So I'm not touching that. I'm putting that in a lockbox.
Okay.
So if we pull all this money together, we could definitely buy the high quality wagon plus one horse. Or two horses.
50. Horses are base 50.
Yeah. Or one
I wanna
horse at
try
the
to
very least.
I want to try to haggle a horse because I really want that horse.
So, you approach the man who's just a regular human, brown hair, nothing too remarkable, smells a bit like manure, but that's to be expected. And he goes, "Well, howdy there. I'm Carlton Smith. How can I help you?"
I wanted to see about these very unique looking horses you have here. Are they unique to the city alone?
Aye, we have a little stable area out north where they use some fancy magic to make their coats appear rather unique. Doesn't affect them much physically, as far as I'm aware, but well, they tend to sell pretty well, and so I typically buy them when they're young and train them and rear them up.
So you train these yourself? That's actually very impressive.
Part of the job. They're cheaper when they're young.
In other words, the number 6 one is the cheapest one, obviously.
So what can I help you with?
Comrades in our adventures, and we're kind of trying to cut a little bit on travel time.
Aye.
So we're hoping to maybe see about purchasing a wagon, and of course, wagon needs a lovely horse like these to pull it. So we're saying about prices and such, and I have to say, these here have definitely caught my eye.
Which ones?
Well, personally, I actually do like the aquamarine one, but then again, which one do you recommend? I'm curious, since you're the expert here.
So, how much money are you looking at spending here? Are you looking to buy the best of the best? Because if you're looking for some well-mannered and evenly tempered horses, you probably want the polka dot one and the one with the sun on it. You know, aka 4 and 5.
See, Quark was onto something.
Of course, those are some high-quality horses, so the cost will be 55 GP.
That's quite a
Expensive.
bit. What about your cheapest one? I'm curious.
Oh, the cheapest one, that would probably be the Star Child here. They're a bit of a wild child, but they're very strong and sturdy and can pull a wagon. Yeah, I could probably go for about.
Bolt with it.
Pardon?
If it can be trusted not to bolt with it.
They are trained. They just like to wander a bit. I've always been able to get them back after they break out. They are trained and they will pull the cart.
And how much is this one?
Oh, I could probably do that one for about 40 gold.
Cicada is going to try to approach the wild child over here. Quietly.
Roll stealth.
Well, not stealth, more like animal handling.
Okay, fair enough. Animal handling then.
Eh.
Alright.
Even
You approach it and it looks at you for a bit and then sort of dances in place and then runs away as it thinks you're playing with it.
oh, isn't that just adorable? It likes her.
What other horses can I interest you in?
Well, it seems that my dear Cicada here is quite fond of the Star Child one.
I always
Although,
go for the
because-
underdogs.
Although there is a small issue of the fact that even though it is trained like that, what if it runs away with our wagon suddenly and then we lose our payment? That doesn't seem quite fair.
Hmm. Roll persuasion. Persuasion.
Yeah.
Hmm. And you raise a fair point. That's why I lowered it to 40. As that is a fair.
I just wasn't scared. Then looks to the other. She goes, "So, are we gonna try for this, or are we just gonna
You cut
use
out.
the?" She looks to the others and she says, "So, are we gonna try for this, or are we just gonna use the?" Oh, I can't believe I almost said. Are you just gonna walk over there?
I'll tell you what. Since you said you guys are looking to get a cart and another horse as well, 35 gold for the wild child.
Oh, that is so generous. Jezebel says, batting her eyes at the stable hand.
But no refunds.
As long
Eh?
as you can, as long as you can reassure us that this is not going to run off with our wagon. And she looks to the others to see if they agree with this or not.
If they do run off, miss, they are not going to run off very far.
I mean, that's fair.
Clara's gonna start playing some non-rock music.
Alright.
See if the horses respond to it at all.
The horses don't really seem to pay it much mind. Though the
It's-
thin one looks a little spooked.
Well, Jezebel's going to look expectingly at Korax. So apparently, being a noble, he technically has more money, or at least should have more money than the majority of us here. And she'll give a grin. She goes, "If you want us to go out that A-Rig mission, having a wagon could make things more quicker."
Indeed, it would. And I pull up my purse and just toss it at them.
Alright. He gives a bow and takes the money and puts a saddle on the horse and hands them the reins. Alright. They're all yours. You can name them whatever you like.
Okay, so how much total have we paid today?
Just 35 GP at the moment.
Okay, I guess that came out of my purse then.
I mean, if you want.
Korax.
Eh.
Yeah. Jezebel says,
"Okay, what? Okay, wagon and the other horse are your responsibility. Please."
Okay, I'm gonna at least try to train the wild child over here to at least respond to me.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, he's gonna suck his lip a little bit and go, "Well, what else would you like? We got a few wagons, we got a few horses. What interests you?"
What wagon are we thinking of getting?
I was thinking at least the red one, middlemost one.
"I can pitch in 10 gold for the red wagon, I suppose, but that's all I can really get."
So Clara says it too. He's like, how much is this red one again?
35.
That's just a basic, well-built wagon without any age. It's fresh and pristine as they come. That'll be 35.
Is it really as
Also,
fast as it's reported to be?
Of course, red paint makes anything 1% faster.
right.
How sure are you of this?
Insight check.
Yeah.
Very sure.
Korax recognizes the reference and he's gonna let it slide.
The guy seems actually convinced that it's the truth.
Alright, I'm gonna
Okay.
throw 10
Korax
gold.
is gonna inside him now. Is this guy's skin at all green?
Yeah.
Is what in all green?
Is this guy? Does this guy have green skin anywhere on his body?
Isn't he a human?
Hmm.
Yeah.
He does.
That would explain.
Okay.
I'm guessing that most of you don't get the joke.
Apparently not.
I will post a thing in the chat that should clear things up.
Regardless, the wagon will be 35, and still got plenty of wonderful, lovely horses to pick from.
I'll throw 10 gold in for the wagon.
I'm trying to get Clara to do haggling, but I don't know how to do haggling offhand.
You just have to say what you're trying to say, and if I feel you need a roll, I'll say roll.
She thinks her own. Let's see.
I'm thinking of buying at most 20 bags of bead for the time being.
Yeah. Jezebel leans into Clara. She goes, "Tell him that the red paint looks amazing."
Violet, red paint looks amazing.
Thank you. It was pretty hard to come by. You can't really find much paint in those areas.
Mm-hmm.
Did you paint it yourself?
Aye.
Jezebel's gonna tag team with Clara.
Alright, I'll let you roll persuasion with advantage for what are you asking?
Let's see. Would you be willing to sell it for a little bit less if we let everyone know about your wonderful red paint? Or is it like she's offering to let other people know about this place if we pay less?
Roll perception. Roll persuasion. Why do I keep saying that? No. Good
But
thing you had advantage.
yeah, good thing.
Yeah, seriously.
So he sucks his lip a bit and then he says, "Alright, I can do the 30 goals, but you gotta let me paint my name on it and our location."
Hey, free advertising.
Go ahead.
Yeah, basically, you gotta advertise for free, and if you do that, you'll get it for an extra 5 gold less.
Oh, that's so generous. We'd be glad.
And then she looks around and she talks to her teammates. Which guys do you think we should get for the other horse?
So while you guys are looking at the horses, he goes and grabs some black paint and begins to just add like, come to Sharty, where the horses are rainbows and the wagons are red.
So
Okay.
we need 2 horses for the wagon? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yes. If you want to increase your speed, you need 2. If you just wanted to pull the cart, the wagon, you need 1. 2 horses will give you the speed boost.
But 1 won't, so it'd be like if we were just walking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically.
Fine.
How much is this aquamarine one?
Oh, the aquamarine is well, that'll cost you about 50 gold. They're a decent horse.
So let's see. Offhand, we could actually cover that with the total we have. I'm trying to think of things you could say to possibly lower the cost, but I'm not sure.
Could always tag team with Jezebel.
Hello.
What do you think, Jezebel? Should we get the aquamarine one?
I mean, it would save our time lower. To tell you the truth, I don't even know what to say too. I think I used up all my charisma for this, but I want to try again.
Well, the aquamarine one will cost you about 50 gold.
We are advertising for you, though. I mean, if we go a little bit more faster, we could advertise for a lot more quicker and get you more customers here.
You already got a discount for the wagon.
He That is true.
Fine. I'm gonna just dip into my savings. I can at least pitch in 20 extra.
You don't need to dip
GP.
into your savings. I think we have enough combined.
But it depends on how we're gonna split it, though, too.
So the cart is
But
30.
technically, Korax paid for the one horse all on his own. So we have
Yes.
to pitch in for the wagon and
30 plus
the
50 is 80.
I pitched in 10 gold, but I can pitch in another 10 if you guys need it.
Let's see. So we would just
This is
each
the
put
gold
in.
you have, as Korax already paid for the one horse.
So it's just 20 gold each. If we
Okay.
split it evenly.
Alright then. 20 gold it is.
Are you sure about that? Let me have a look.
Ryu can't.
8 plus 16 plus.
Yeah, I don't have 20 gold.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right.
So you got 96, and then you want to subtract minus 30. So you do have 66 gold. But yeah, Rio can't give 20.
I'll throw in 25 then.
Okay. Everyone, subtract your gold. You are now the proud owners of an aquamarine and a starry horse and a red wagon.
How much am I how much am I subtracting?
You're
Uh,
subtracting 15.
Yeah. Just be glad that we have free accommodations at the Adventurers Guild.
First major purchase as a group.
Whoa!
Woo!
So, you now have a large wagon, and you said you were getting feed, right?
I was getting feed, yeah.
Alright, that's 5 CP per day. 5 copper per day.
5 copper a day. So, for 2 horses, we would need double that. So,
Silver.
Yeah, so 1 silver a day for 2 horses.
I actually have lots of silver. I'll just buy per day.
you need for at least 14 days. Or rather, not 14, 7 days.
I will pay for 5.
And I will also pay for 5 because I have 5 silver.
Alright.
Jezebel grins to Ryu and she pinches his chicken. She pinches his chicken and she goes, "Relax, Ryu. That's what we're doing jobs."
Actually, I have a bit more silver. I'm going to pay for 50 days because I have enough.
50 days, okay.
Alright. So, you put all that in your wagon, and congratulations. You now no longer need to worry about carrying capacity.
Yeah.
Do we have a sheet for wagon?
I will make one, but you also have cut down your travel time in half. So that 7-day trip is now 3.5 days.
Yay, horses. We
Oh my
need
God.
names for them now.
Beautiful horses. I named the aquamarine. Call it.
Corinne and need something for the Star Child. We're just gonna call it the Star Child now.
Alright,
Star
there you
Child.
go. I made a wagon inventory, and I'll add the horse name. I'll add the horse names to the stables list. So you said the aquamarine one is called.
I didn't think of a name yet. I just
Okay.
Alright, done.
Or-
Aqua and Star Child.
I like it. I'll go with that.
Okay. Star Child and Aqua it is. So,
and we love them both.
is there anything else you guys would like to do before we wrap this session up?
I think we're good.
Clara wants to talk with Corax again.
Okay.
So, my mom told me that we should compromise. All I request is like maybe every 7 days I can play a rock song and not be deaf. All the other songs will be different genres. Are you okay with this?
You're muted, Woodward. Woodward? You are muted.
Edward.
Yeah, okay, my bad. I have not explained myself well enough, I think. The genre of your music was never the problem. The problem was you keep playing at the most inappropriate times.
Really?
Yes.
You did not explain that.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Okay, I will work better on playing at the appropriate times then.
Like traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh no.
I'm fighting. If we're not trying to be sneaky.
Yes,
All
like
right.
that. Yes. Yes, if that was a specific problem.
Okay.
So,
That's all.
Where was it? Oh yeah. Didn't hear that chorus. Said here it is. Imagine traveling the wilds with no music. That'd be so sad. That's what Clara said.
so,
Mhm.
as you all begin to make your way on the wagon, nothing but the quiet little gentle sounds and stuff that come with the travel. Perhaps a song or two. That's where we'll end this session.
Okay.
All right.
I know it's a little early, but again, I haven't really been able to prepare because I've only got one screen.
That's
No
fair.
worries.
Well, later, everyone.
All right.
Thank you all
Goodbye.
for tuning in. I hope you had fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Woo.
Alrighty. Goodbye.